Good evening, Robert Scribbler here at Jennette's Pier with another Friday for Future episode. This one, of course, on January 6th as well, which I believe is appropriate because January 6th did highlight the risks to democracy in the United States back in 2021, and it also highlighted the global threat to democracy driven by bad actors and tyrants, oligarchs, and other anti-democracy forces around the world. And I think this is appropriate, an appropriate convergence of January 6th and Friday for Future, because the threats to democracy and to the climate are in many cases driven by the same bad actors. And yeah, so right now we're going to take just a very brief walk on the beach. We're going to look at some waves, and we're going to think on Friday for Future in solidarity with all the youth climate activists and all of the pro-democracy activists around the world. And out behind us we have some waves here, and not much. So it is very flat, it is very calm, it is very placid here in the Outer Banks. And right now, democracy is in resurgence around the world, even as efforts to tackle the global climate crisis are in, I wouldn't say full swing, but they're starting to come into gear. I see a lot of potential for optimism for climate action, even though right now we aren't currently acting fast enough, and there is still a great level of intransigence on the part of many, both at the individual level all the way up through businesses and local governments, all the way up through national governments and international agreements as well. But the force for climate action is building charge. We are going to change the terms as well as we move on toward a better future together, a more sustainable future, and hopefully a calmer, more peaceful future where we affirm each other's rights and freedoms, and we work to lift each other up, even as we defend the climate from the harms that are coming from the old systems, the old ways of doing things, the exploitive ways of doing things, and as we transition more to cooperation and fighting for sustainability, working for sustainable lives and lifestyles that help the individual, but do not elevate the hyper individuals, those who seek dominance, as opposed to a shared future where everyone prospers. So I will be ending my thoughts this evening here at Jennette's Pier that I believe represents a microcosm for the broader effort that we need to focus on. And again, I want to show my love and solidarity to all the youth climate activists out there. I'm with you, many of us are with you, and to all of the pro-democracy advocates out there as well. So thank you for joining me for an evening edition, a Friday for Future edition of the OBX Wave Report on this Friday, the January 6th. And I will be back with you tomorrow with another Wave Report in the morning. Our pace has been rather frenetic lately, so we will take a little bit of a break, but we will be doing our morning Wave Reports as we do every day. And we'll be back to redoubling our efforts on Monday. So thank you for joining me again, and enjoy your Friday, this wonderful Friday for Future. Stay safe if you are in California or in Ireland and the UK or any other regions that are impacted by severe weather related to climate change. And for the rest of us, please also remember those who are looking at severe impacts today, and also those who are struggling under threats to their democracy, such as those in Ukraine right now. So thank you for joining me again, and I will be back with you tomorrow.